I made a D-Box bug box. Sorry, I'm very tired. It's the same day, and I'm not supposed to be working, but I'm making myself. But whatever. It's a debug box, and to fit with the theme of spooky stuff, I made it look creepy. So this is testing where the collision data is actually appearing, and when I do this, it actually shows me colliding right there. We can also see clearly that it's reading the red box, but not the actual player. The player appears to be walking through walls. But hey, you know what? Progress. I'm attempting to fix it by altering the position of the origin, which is where the sprite spawns. That seems to be doing the trick, but this feels really not good. Like, this feels like it's gonna cause problems later. Like, this technically works. Ooh, wait a minute. See? That's what I'm talking about right there. When I'm facing this direction, it's facing the right direction. Oops, sorry. But then I do this. Okay, so yeah, this gives you a visualization of what's going on. I have created two objects that act as the player. And, hang on, I'm trying to see if there's a glitch I can do. So, like I said before, in the game Celeste, the collision data is handled differently than the animation data. There's two objects for the player, and oh, that's weird. Huh. For a second there, I was like inside of it. There has to be a way to force the spawn on top of the animation. Like why isn't the animation spawning right where the player is? I have an idea. The reason why this problem is happening is because the collision sprite for the player and the player sprite are two different sizes. In fact, it's not just the player sprite, it is all of the sprites for the player. Do you like my editing trickery, or is it completely obvious? Anyways. Okay, so look down here. The size of the overall sprite is 7792, and that's for this one. Then we go to walking, and it's 7793. Then we go to player collision, and it's 3071. So every single time, it's trying to match things up. It's like trying to match a card with a piece of paper and demanding that it looks exactly the same as it's walking around. It's like, fucking pick a lane. Everything I take gives me anxiety. My thyroid medicine gives me anxiety. My antidepressants give me anxiety. My inhaler to help me breathe give me anxiety. Anyways. Okay. I chose the biggest sprite of the lot of them. And I made an extra frame on that sprite. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to add that same exact sprite to all of them. So that, paste, there we go. Shit, it didn't work. Okay, I need to resize the canvas. That's the problem. All of them need to have the same, I need to write this down. Right now I'm fine tuning it. It's still a similar problem, but it seems to be slightly fixed. You might notice that there are some offsets, but look, I turn this way, look, it's perfect. Then I turn this way, it's perfect. It's only when I go this way and this way does it go weird. I think it has to do with J-Man's hair. The origin of J-Man is offset because of his hair. It was a combination of the origin being wrong, the sprite being wrong, and a little bit of coding problem. But here it is. Not getting stuck on the wall. Ooh, isn't that fancy? Now I can do more with this animation. It's set to 200 by 200 pixels. This will allow me to, let's say this is the box, right? That's 200 by 200. Just trust me on it. And this is how big the player is within that box. This will allow me to do some really super crazy expressions and animation and all sorts of cool, crazy shit. Oh crap, you're like way the fuck away. Ooh. See? Makes sense now. I'm terrible at making videos. I am absolutely shit at making almost everything I do. Like, for example, look at the door. Ooh, that's a pretty normal door. What the fuck happened here? This is the testing play area, and it doesn't even have the crates in it. It doesn't have the key. It doesn't have anything in it. It doesn't even remotely appear to be anything. There's like no lighting happening. It's just blank nothingness. But it's a whole lot better than just looking at red and black all day, right? Such a fucking big difference. Now it's green, yellow, red, and black. Also gray. For those of you who like to solve cryptic puzzles online, are you able to see the cryptic puzzle? There's one written in these stones. Ooh, Backpack called me. We got the camera working again, but we ran into another glitch. And once again, it has to do with the origin. Alright, so right now, this is what is appearing as the player area. This area right here is half the screen, and this area is another half, and the player is supposed to appear right here. They're appearing off to the side. The only reason why that could possibly be is because of the origin. I'm going to position the red sprite right in the middle, and 200 pixels. Like that. So, not entirely certain what exactly is happening, but I have a really good hunch it's the collision. Or not the collision, it's the origin. It's the origin, sorry. You know, pardon me for being tired. It's tired. I've been at this since 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go out for a bit, and here I am working on it again. I'm just happy that there's progress being made. I'm back to the player acting kinda like they did when they were a solitary object. I'm trying to design it in a way where what's going to happen is in the future it's going to prevent headaches. The collision data, being the red box, will be able to handle things like HP and whether or not the character has items or not. It could even act as the INI if I want to. I could actually combine the collision block with the INI if I could figure that out, which would help me limit some things, but that also might cause some problems because like a step event might cause it to repeat an action over and over and over and over again, and the only thing I want it to do is check for collision. As it is right now, it only checking for collision is pretty spot on. Like, it's a little bit too perfect though. I know, I'm an asshole. Like, if you look up here, the head should be, like, a little bit more in the wall, but it's not. Like, his feet should be, like, right freaking there, but it's not. It's like, it's supposed to be, like, on that square, but it's on that square, you know what I mean? So, lots of fine-tuning early on helps prevent glitches later. This is probably really difficult for you to see, but I fixed it. I set all of the, well, okay, it's not 100% fixed, but we are heading in the right direction. It is like 85% in the right direction. So what's going on is now the player is center screen with some give in each direction, allowing for the camera to feel smooth. We're back to having a smooth camera. But remember what I was saying about the collision not being precise enough? Booyah, red little arrow. It's great for going up and down doors like this, but, like, no, man, it's like, I need to fix it. Not to mention because I had to reset the origins for everything. I have to... Okay, so, within 2 days, we went from something that looked like this to something that looks like this. I now have a stamina system as well as a cooldown, and you also, when you run too long, you slow down, and you only get the speed back up when you are back up with your stamina. Still needs some fine-tuning. The stamina part needs some fine-tuning. The consequences for the slowdown, what's supposed to happen is you run really fast, you get tired, and then you walk slow for a bit, and then you get to walk normal again. And needs fine-tuning. But yeah, collision, which is like one of the most important things about a game, is heading in the right direction. Just a little bit more time and